It's official, the best waifu has made his return. The war has just ended. It does feel like it's been a while since we last read a Gintama chapter. Who knew a week break could make someone feel isolated? The series makes his return along with his comedy centerpiece. It's clearly a calm before storm moment, and I am open for more break time. I'm just surprised that the series is taking its time, especially since the anime is drawing near to the manga. That aside, this was a funny chapter. I was amusedly looking forward to the next chapter for Hetero and Gintoki's part, and I wasn't disappointed with his comedy. This was like watching a final villain being made or keeping him as a godlike savior struggle, and it was pretty humorous on how much Gintoki tries to save the world while no one has any idea of the pending doomsday. It's funny to note that Hetero was really going to be a monster that would kill everyone if that flower was plucked out. I actually thought he would be fine, but it's a legit troubling predicament. I couldn't stop laughing at his transition from safe to danger back and forth. Tons of funny reactions from Gintoki were priceless. If I understand this comedy, the idea of Gintoki replacing Hetero's flower with that sign that reads transvestite pub half plays out literal, hence Hetero having split sides now. Now there's good and bad side. How clever, Sorochi. I wonder if this will put in play in the future. It's one way to nerf him, that's for sure. I laugh at how everyone saw it as a tender moment, yet Gintoki laughs with his life just been spared. The chapter changes its tone to a more sincere feeling with former Deva's members, and is a really good shift in tone as it remains more on the deep side. This is where I thought, yeah, this is the calm before storm. We did get to see the Yato clan at the roof, so they are definitely next to deal with. That's going to be scary to watch, especially how the chapter clearly indicates that they won a battle, but any more of that may kill them completely. Even if the worst is on the horizon, this sit down between Otose and Giocho was sincere. It feels like the next phase could lead to more possible deaths, so it is a bit unsettling. Regardless, I do like the tenderness after the discussion of their next move. Saigo joining in helps the moment. It is sad yet nice that they remember that human can be good when they are placed in a certain situation. It's a good heartfelt moment. The chapter goes back to comedy, and this was some roller coaster of hilarity. It's funny because it was kept in a serious moment when Kagura and Shinpachi are watching everyone getting their treatment. Then one sticks out like a sore thumb, and that was Gendamaru eating something. It's amazing how self-aware it is though. That line about more screen time kills me. It's not inaccurate on Muji's family's part. It's pretty funny though. Everything we see doesn't really translate to helping the cause. If anything, it's more on ending it. I mean, why anyone would care if one has a better bodyguard? Just protect the place. Kesuno Anna predicted the weather got me laughing though. Hey, Napoleon lost to snow, right? The show stealer, however, is the best waifu in all manga. Pandemonium. That's right, this little creature made his return in all of his glory and more. His humors on that thing actually affects to any, not just Shinpachi, though he's always been a sad case of delusional. It's funny how this gag makes his return and manages to spread out further to keep the comedy strong. It was pretty sweet to see Kondo and Otai reunited, and you can sense the tenderness. Sadly, the next page possibly trolled everyone for what could have been a nice pairing moment. Have Kondo not fallen into the pandemonium. That's one way to dodge the moment. I'll give Sorochi that. As expected from Calm Before Storm, the scenery is more on the cool and relaxing side, so it's a good change of pace. We had a couple of tense battles that left strong impressions, so we are given that the next day is going to be even crazier. So long we don't get any coolest guy ever to show up or random power up out of thin air. As for the visual, it's done more towards the comedic effect and the hit home run. Those reactions from Gintoki are priceless. Of course, the whole pandemonium is fun as well. The last piece is more on a mix of sincerity and comical, especially that they at least have a home to go back for possibly one last time. It's not over, so no welcome home is needed, but a job well done. I thought that speaks a good volume on how they treat this moment. Too bad Otai was talking to a Pandemonium for that supposedly sweet moment. Funny how Kagura ends up being the only straight person as everyone just goes bonkers. It sort of ends abruptly, though that will mean we may get more of calmness before the next phase. While there's no indication on how long the series will last, it is best to ease down and relax in this really good comical chapter and let the series steer us to its direction. It's calm before storm that once the storm arrives, not only the worst is coming, but so as the end. I'm giving this chapter an 8. I'm pretty sure the next chapter will be more calm before storm moment. Especially we didn't even get to see Gintoki after dealing with Hetero. Maybe he's still dealing with Hetero, or should I say Hetera, whatever it may be. What are your thoughts of this chapter? Do you think the Yato clan are going to show up at this nighttime, or they're going to just actually wait until the sunrise? Which sounds like backwards planning. Maybe they will show up at the middle of nowhere, but that would be the worst case scenario. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the next day. It may be shorter than the previous day, but we are still waiting for 2 other guest characters, as well as perhaps more surprises on the horizon. It is amazing that this series is taking more times than I expected, but hey, so long we end with a very satisfying note, I'm down with anything that this series could throw at me right now. And that will do it for today's review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.